broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Great job on the national anthem by Teresa Seals, the secretary for Mike Mullins, the athletic director, and Jody Goins, the assistant principal. Now we're having the starting lineups being introduced down on the floor. Brian, so far so good. You and I have been to 9 basketball games involving the Oak Ridge Wildcats, and so far 9-0.
Yeah, that's definitely right, Dave. A good start for the Wildcats and Lady Wildcats, 2 programs to come out 9-0. You know, at the Freedom Hall tournament in Johnson City, they went 4-0, 2-0 for each team. So, you know, it's definitely good for the Wildcats to get a good jump start to the season.
Starting lineups are about to be introduced out on the floor for the Wildcats. Starting on the wing will be Tyler Clark. Nice round of applause for Tyler as he strolls out to the center of the floor. Also starting for the Wildcats will be Appalachian State signee Quinche Dowdell. Also starting for the Wildcats will be DeMarcus Rogers. Starting on the wing for the Wildcats will be a 6'2" junior James Michael. And the point guard tonight will be a 5'9" senior Jared Stevens. That's the starting lineup for the Oak Ridge High School Wildcats, wearing their all-white jerseys with cardinal and black trim. The Wildcats are coached by Ricky Norris, assisted by Travis Walls, Wes Jones, and Kenneth Herring. The Bradley Central Bears are coached by Kent Smith, Jason Reuter, and Chuck Clark. 3 officials working the ball game. First varsity ball game to be played for the boys' side here at the new Wildcat Arena. So far, so good. The girls are now 1-0 here in the arena. Boys getting set to take on one of their arch nemesis over the last number of years, the Bradley Central Bears. Bradley has won 7 of the 10 games played since Coach Norris has been the coach here, but this Bradley team is out of the gate a little slow. They are 2-3. Quinche Dowdell is going to jump for the Wildcats. To jump for Bradley Central will be Brant Dolan, a 6'4" senior post. It's Quinche Dowdell against Dolan. Bradley wearing their all-black jerseys with gold trim. Official steps in. Ball up control by Oak Ridge. Ball goes sailing out of bounds, but nicely saved by Tyler Clark. And we are underway here at the Wildcat Arena. With the basketball is DeMarcus Rogers working the ball to the left side. DeMarcus holds the ball, gives it out here to Tyler Clark. Clark against the zone, works it out to Stevens. Bounce pass inside Quinche. Turns, spins, kicks it inside. DeMarcus Rogers wants to shoot instead. Gives it out to Jared. 3-pointer from the right side is no good. On the rebound, Bradley Central. And coming out of there with the basketball is Ryan Knight. Knight brings the ball across the line and gives it up in the corner. Out to the top it goes once again to Matt Perkins. Perkins is a 6'1" junior guard. He swings the ball to his left to Bo Bynum. Guarded aggressively by Quinche Dowdell for about 5 seconds, but he got rid of the ball just in time. Out it goes out to the top of the circle. Out it goes to Perkins. Perkins drives in, has his shot blocked, taken away by Jared Stevens. Jared worth the basketball to DeMarcus Rogers, and DeMarcus brings it across the line. 0-0 our score. We haven't played a minute. Tyler Clark dribbles in, all the way in for a shot, no good. Battles for the rebound, can't get it. Taken away by Bradley Central. Played a minute, no score. Here comes Bradley moving right to left as we broadcast from the scores table on the opposite end of the floor than we are accustomed to doing after so many years. As Quinche Dowdell steals the ball. Ball is loose on the floor and Bradley has it, and they throw the ball down low and they get a shot off. Good. They score with Matt Perkins. Back the other way comes Oak Ridge, trailing 2-0 with the basketball. DeMarcus Rogers against the Bradley Bears. DeMarcus dribbles to his left, lobs it right side of Stevens. Bounce pass is kicked almost into the second level. Ball went sailing up there into the stands, and that is about as far up as I've ever seen a ball kicked. And it'll be Oak Ridge basketball underneath the goal.
Yeah, you know, Jared Stevens tried to throw a little bounce pass down low to Quincy Dowdell, and just as he threw it, the defender timed it perfectly, so they stuck out his foot, and it was a kick ball, and you know, almost sent it sailing all the way up to the second terrace.
They're trying to solve the Bradley defense here. DeMarcus Rogers with it out to Tyler Clark. Bounce pass left side goes to Stevens. Jared comes cross court with the pass. Off it goes to Tyler. Three-pointer right side is up short. Rebound, Bradley Central. Wildcats yet to score, and here comes Bradley down the floor. 2-0 our score. All the way through number 22. He kicks it out for a three. It's on its way. It's up. No good. It's an air ball. They get the rebound. Back up with the shot. No good. Rebound to Bradley. Once again, it goes out to Hawkins. Shot is no good. Rebound finally. I think a foul is going to be called on a shove against Bradley Central. And boy, the guy who got the foul also got hammered pretty good. Oak Ridge trails 2-0. 5:49 to play as Tucker Trent comes into the ball game for the first time, and DeMarcus Rogers checks out. The Wildcats playing with James Michael, Jared Stevens, Tucker Trent, Tyler Clark, along with Quincy Dowdell. Here comes Jared Stevens down the floor. I was just taking a look over at the student section to my left, and it's huge, especially for a Tuesday night game as Oak Ridge works the ball to Trent. Tucker Trent working out of a trap along the baseline, tries to get the ball to Quincy Dowdell. Ball is knocked away. Oak Ridge having a little trouble solving this this zone being applied by the Bradley Central Bears.
Yeah, you know, good zone defense applied by the Bears, and Oak Ridge, you know, not used to a zone type of defense, so they're going to have to find ways around that. And right now, nothing's really working for them. You know, they're getting strapped up high. You just got to find something that's going to work against them.
Jared Stevens with the basketball, looks cross court, out it goes to Tucker Trent, top of the circle. No shots available for the Wildcats. They trail 2-0, 5:11 to play. Back it goes to Tyler Clark. Clark at the midcourt circle, works it back out to Stevens. The Wildcats down 2-0. We've played 3 minutes. Ball is intended for Tyler Clark, is knocked out of bounds by Matt Hawkins. Bradley Central. Oak Ridge will get the basketball side court. And it comes to Jared Stevens, top of the circle. Jared at top of the circle at the OR, which from our vantage point is upside down. Works it over to Tucker Trent, trapped over on the right side by Knight. Works it out to Stevens, quickly over to Clark. Tyler Clark tries to get the ball across the floor, gets it out to Tucker Trent for three. It's on its way, and it's good. Three-point shot for Tucker Trent. The first 3 points scored in a varsity ball game goes to Tucker Trent.
Yeah, good play by Tucker Trent, getting the Wildcats on the board. You know, we've only almost played a whole quarter, and we haven't got any points on the board. So good for Tucker to get his 3 points there in the first ball game.
Bradley basketball. They work the ball out high with number 5, Matt Perkins. 3-2, Oak Ridge on top. 30 seconds to go according to the scoreboard as they work the ball down the floor. Here's a near steal. There is a problem with the clock currently, and they're going to call the official over to tell us that there is a problem with the clock. They should be telling him there's a problem with the clock, and the official comes over to talk to the scorekeeper. This is a brand new facility, a brand new clock operator as it ticks down to 0 and it goes to 4:14. So Wayne Lawless, the official, talking with Jim Kaiser, the electric clock operator. According to the scoreboard, there's 4 minutes and 14 seconds to play. And let's see exactly what they're going to do. They're going to put some extra time on the clock. You expect some problems sometimes in a new facility, and I think this is probably the first time he's ever had to run this clock. They're going to put 3:30 on the board. Oak Ridge on top, 3-2.
Yeah, that's right, Dave. You know, I looked up at the scoreboard, and there's about 20 seconds left to go in the first quarter, and I just thought to myself, you know, that's got to be wrong. And then he put it at 4:14, so, you know, it's going to take a little bit of while for him to get used to this new scoreboard system.
Once again, it'll be, let's see, we'll tell Coach Norris to get back in his coaching box. It'll be Bradley to work the ball in. Matt Hawkins works it in, and it comes to number 33, Brent Dolan. Dolan guarded by Tucker Trent. stops, bounce pass, works the ball to his right, dribbling with the basketball, number 22 for them, Matt Hawkins. Back to the top it goes to number 33, Matt Dolan. Dolan swings the ball here to the left side to Ryan Knight, guarded by Tyler Clark. He works the ball to his right to Perkins. Out to the top it goes once again to Hawkins, working the ball around the perimeter, trying to get the open shot, trying to get a layup at the Kim. Matt Hobbs with it out on the right side, back to Knight. Down to 3 minutes to play in the first quarter and a 3-2 ball game. Barely gets a baseline jumper on its way. It's an air ball. James Michael on the rebound. Down the floor it goes to DeMarcus Rogers. DeMarcus works it out to Tyler Clark. Tyler drives the baseline, goes inside, works the ball, intending it to Jerry Stevens. The ball goes out of bounds. Wildcats substituting into the ball game for the first time. Jakari McClanahan, Josh Gregory also comes into the ball game, and Quinche Dowdell. Out will come James Michael, Tyler Clark, and Jared Stevens. Oak Ridge ball up 3-2. Oak Ridge ball, here's the lob, and it comes to DeMarcus Rogers. DeMarcus works the ball to his left, has Tucker on the wing, looks to his right, gives it out to McClanahan. Jakari, double team, swings the ball around to Trent. Tucker's got another three. It's open, it's up, and it is no good. Josh Gregory battles, but can't get the rebound. Taken away by Bradley Central. Coming out of there with the basketball, Perkins, he gets a layup, and he scores. Bradley back on top by 1. 4-3 our score. Here come the Wildcats down the floor. Nothing coming easy inside. Quinche gets it down low off the glass. Shot, no good. Ball bounced out of the rim. He was fouled in the act of shooting, though, so Oak Ridge will go to the free throw line. It'll be going to the free throw line, Quinche Dowdell. 4-3 our score. Bradley on top. Quinche on the year from the free throw line is an 85% free throw shooter, 23 of 27. Quinche yet to score until now. Wildcats have tied the ball game. 4-4 the score, 2:20 to play. Not a whole lot of offense here in the first quarter.
Yeah, that's right. You know, still trying to work though around that zone defense that Bradley Central's putting on him. Like I said a minute ago, you know, the only defense they've saw so far have been different things in zone. So they're gonna have to find ways around that as Quinche Dowdell misses his second free throw.
Second free throw is knocked out of bounds by the Wildcats. It'll be Bradley Central ball. Tucker Trent comes out of the ball game. Jared Stevens comes back in. The Wildcats playing with Josh Gregory, DeMarcus Rogers, Jakari McClanahan, along with, let's see, Quinche Dowdell, Jared Stevens. They're having forever to get the ball in. They finally do. And it comes to number 33. That'll be Brent Dolan. Dolan trapped in the rear court, nearly throws the ball away and then knocks the ball off the body of Josh Gregory. 2 minutes, 12 seconds to play. First quarter, we've got a 4-4 ball game. The girls won easily tonight. Bradley giving Oak Ridge all kinds of fits as Bradley breaks through the Oak Ridge press, drives all the way in and almost throws the ball away. They would have had a layup. Thank goodness the pass was bad and Oak Ridge steals it. Quinche Dowdell going coast to coast, turns, spins, drives, shoots, and scores. Quinche hits the bucket and gives Oak Ridge the lead, 6-4, and down the floor will come Bradley Central. Coming out of there with the basketball is Matt Hawkins on a bounce pass. He gives it up to Perkins. Perkins drives right. It looked like that should have been some kind of a charge right there, but no call. In the girls' game, that would have definitely been a foul. Ran smack dab over the top of one of the Wildcats, but the Wildcats are going to get it as the ball went out of bounds. Minute 47 to play, first quarter. Timeout called by Bradley. 6-4 Oak Ridge. We'll be back to the Wildcat Arena in 30 seconds. Back here on AM 1290 WATO, Oak Ridge Schools Television, Channel 15, and on the internet, pripradio.com. 6-4 is our score. Down the floor of the basketball will come the Wildcats. Here goes out to Jared Stevens. Had Quinche early. Tucker Trent has Tyler wide open the left wing. Didn't get the ball to him quick enough. Works the ball back to the right. Comes cross court high pass saved by Jared. Quinche baseline jumper is on its way. Is no good. Rebound Bradley Central. Wildcats not getting anything inside. Need to be a little bit more patient, I guess, as Bradley sets up their offense. And DeMarcus steals the ball right out of the hands of Matt Hawkins. Here goes to Quinche Dowdell off the glass shot. Good. Quinche Dowdell scores. Wildcats have put on the press, leading 8-4. A minute 9 to play in the first quarter. The Wildcats trapping right in front of the Bradley bench. The ball is knocked out of bounds off of Oak Ridge.
Yeah, that's right. Good job by Quinn Shea, you know, taking the ball down for 2 consecutive times, getting points for Oak Ridge. You know, Quinn Shea got off to a slow start. Usually Quinn Shea is averaging almost double figures here in the first half alone. So Quinn Shea to reach that goal right now is going to have to pick up the pace a little bit.
One thing about the new arena here, especially with Coach Norris yelling, I can't hear a word you say, and you're sitting right next to me. Here's Bradley down the floor. Bounce pass goes out to number 5, pulls up and shoots and scores. 2-point bucket by Matt Perkins, and the Wildcats lead is only 2. Tyler Clark gives it out to Quinche Dowdell. Double team, works it inside of James Michael. Reverse layup, blocked. Taken away by Bradley. With the basketball, Matt Hawkins. 35 seconds to play in an 8-6 ball game. Here comes Bradley down the floor, moving right to left. Matt Perkins brings it across the line. Guarded by Jared Stevens. He works it out here to number 44, Matt Hobbs. Hobbs guarded by James Michael. To the right it goes to Donlin. Brant Donlin holds the ball, kicks it out left side to Knight. Thought about shooting a 3. We're down to 16 seconds to play. Out to the top it goes once again to Bynum. Near steal, indeed a steal by Quinche Dowdell with 10. Quinche dribbling in, throws the ball away. Probably tried to do too much, and Bradley's going to get a layup out of it. It is no good. They get the putback, no good. James has got the rebound. James Michael does as the first quarter comes to a close. Our score after 1 quarter basketball, not the greatest effort offensively for the Wildcats, but they do hold the lead. 8-6 is our score. We'll be back to the Wildcat Arena following this 60-second timeout.
I am. Okay. As far as I know, I haven't been told. So as far as I know, they will. We'll just get them on and get them off, and then get you guys on. I don't know. I haven't been told. Okay. Okay. Sure. Yeah. Please welcome for your halftime entertainment, Oak Ridge High School Step Team. You got it. You're welcome.
Back here at the Wildcat Arena, the Wildcats on top 8-6. The second quarter just now underway. Oak Ridge playing with Quinche Dowdell, Jared Stevens, Tyler Clark, Tucker Trent, James Michael, and a foul is going to be called against Oak Ridge. It's going to go against Tucker as he fouls number 20, Aaron Cochran, 5'9" junior. 8-6 our score. It'll be the second team foul called against the Wildcats. Having to get used to the new scoreboard, but it's a beautiful sight. I want to describe the arena as Jared Stevens gets the steal. Wildcats on a 2-on-1 break. Jared's going to take it coast to coast off the glass. Good. Jared Stevens scores, and Oak Ridge leads by 4. Down the floor with the basketball come Bradley Central. 7:39 to play second quarter. Here's Bradley down the floor with the basketball, number 5, Matt Perkins. For those of you who have not been in the arena, Bradley gets a shot off, no good. Rebound James Michael. James Michael comes out of there with the basketball, looks for Jared Stevens and slings the ball down to him. Here's a long pass to Tyler Clark. Clark comes right back with it to Jared Stevens, who great pass into James Michael for the shot, no good. Quinche back up, no good. Rebounded by Bradley Central. The Wildcats can't get anything to fall. It's a 10-6 ball game, 7:10 to play. The arena is about 1,000 seats bigger than the old B gym. There's scoreboards, multiple scoreboards all around the facility, including a 4-sided scoreboard hovering over the center floor, almost like a big college. It's a beautiful place.
Yeah, it's really nice. So like you said, there's 4 scoreboards on each of the corners of the gym, and then the big 4-sided one almost looks like an NBA one, and I can kind of compare it to Clinton's scoreboard, but really not a lot nicer than that.
Jared Stevens with a nice play. 12-6 our score. 6:35 to play second quarter. Wildcats have the 6-point lead. Kent Smith continuing to coach his Bradley Central Bears, who are definitely not intimidated as the Wildcats play on their first varsity ball game. Wildcats setting up defensively. They get a shot easy and in the paint, no good. Rebounded by Quinche Dowdell. Here come the Wildcats down the floor in a 12-6 ball game. Jared Stevens finds Tyler Clark free, goes into James Michael, turns, spins, hammered, no call, whistle, and a no call. No whistle, I mean. Here comes Bradley down the floor. They're just letting them play, I guess. They didn't let the girls play, but they're letting the boys play for sure. Bradley with the basketball on the baseline. Cochran lost the ball. Take it away. Here comes a dunk, I believe. No, could be taken by Bradley. Bradley Bears with the basketball. I thought Quinche was going to get the first dunk of the Wildcat Arena. Not able to do so. With the basketball, number 5, Matt Perkins. Backs it up on the right side, deflected pass, back and forth they go, working the top. Making it a shorter ball game. 5:37 to play. Bradley ball, they trail Oak Ridge 12-6. Very low scoring ball game here at the Wildcat Arena. The girls won quite easily as Bradley has the ball, just passing back and forth, playing a little bit of a zone as they try to go inside, but they can't. They work the ball out for 3. It's on its way. Good. 3-point shot by Matt Hawkins, and Oak Ridge's lead is only 3. 12-9. Here come the Wildcats down the floor.
Yeah, you know, really low scoring ball game here as of the first quarter as Coach Norris takes a timeout. But, you know, usually the Wildcats are getting a lot of points here in the first half. You know, right now they only have 9. They're trailing, or they're ahead only by 3 points. So the Wildcats are going to have to get a jump start on their offense.
12-9 is our score. We're on AM 1290 WATO, Oak Ridge Schools Television Channel 15. We're also on the internet, prepradio.com. Our next broadcast of Oak Ridge High School basketball, the next game to be played here at the new Wildcat Arena. We'll hope you'll come out. We expect big crowds all season long, just out of curiosity to see what this new building on Providence Road looks like. We'll be playing Friday night against Innsworth out of Nashville, Tennessee. That game will be played here at the Wildcat Arena. A week from tonight, Oak Ridge and West, and then a week from this Friday, Oak Ridge and the Clinton Dragons. 12-9 is our score. Oak Ridge on top by 3. The Wildcats have the ball, playing with DeMarcus Rogers, along with Raphael Coffey in the ball game for the first time. Tucker Trent. Wildcats have Josh Gregory and Jakari McClanahan. Tucker Trent's got a 3. It's launched. It's on its way. It's good. 3-point shot for Tucker Trent, and the Wildcats lead is 15-9.
A good shot by Tucker Trent right there. Tucker, you know, had a chance earlier to hit Josh Gregory down low. Josh Gregory made a real good move down low, but he backed it up instead and took the 3-point shot, and it worked out good for him.
With the basketball, Bradley Central. Dribbling the basketball, Perkins kicks the ball back out. Around the top. Perkins for 3. It's on its way. It's no good. On the rebound, DeMarcus had it. Ball goes out of bounds. Last touched, I believe, by DeMarcus. So Bradley's going to get the basketball underneath the goal. 15-9 is our score. Oak Ridge in the lead. 4:32 to play. Very low scoring first half of basketball. Bradley tries to work the ball in. Bradley looks, fires, and it comes. And it comes to Brant Dolan. He'll set it up once again to Matt Perkins. Perkins is a 6-foot junior guard. He works the ball right side to Donlan. Brant Donlan, guarded by Tucker Trent, works the ball down low to number 20, Aaron Cochran. He lost the ball. DeMarcus Rogers has it, coming out of there with it, going coast to coast with it, pulling up. What's the call? It's going to be a foul called against Bradley Central. 4:15 to play. Personal foul called against number 44, Matt Hobbs, 6'5 junior. That'll send DeMarcus Rogers to the free throw line. DeMarcus Rogers on the year is, let's see, is yet to hit a free throw. Of course, he hadn't been practicing with him as long as the rest of the guys, fresh off the football floor. He's 0 of 3 from the line. I believe he'll have 2 shots here, DeMarcus will. 15-9 Oak Ridge. Shot is good. DeMarcus has his first point of the ball game. Wildcats by 7, 4:15 to play in the second quarter. As Jared Stevens checks back into the ball game and Tucker Trent will check out. Wildcats on top 16-9. DeMarcus Rogers back to the free throw line.
Yeah, you know, DeMarcus Rogers really looking good on his first free throw shot. Maybe he can get down the second one. But, you know, Jakari McClanahan and Jared Stevens checking back in as he hits his second free throw. Maybe they can get something going here on the offense side of the ball.
17-9 the score. Wildcats putting on full court pressure once again. Josh Gregory jumps in there and almost knocks the ball out. And what are they going to call? The horn sounded. And Bradley's going to get the basketball. 17-9 the score. 4:13 to play second quarter. Bradley basketball at the end of their bench. Going with a home run pass. They're going to get a layup. I don't know what happened there, but they allowed an easy layup. Down the floor will come Oak Ridge. Wildcats give up an easy 2. It's just kind of a snowbird. They went with a home run pass and caught Oak Ridge napping.
Yeah, you know, I don't really know what happened right there. Maybe it was just a miscue. But number 5, Matt Perkins, is wide open down low on the other side of the court. And nobody was, you know, he had about 15 feet or just of nobody around him. And DeMarcus Rogers tried to go back and get him, but he didn't have enough time to get back.
Foul underneath is going to be called against Jakari McClanahan. Wildcats have not looked this ragged, really. I mean, they have looked ragged at times in their ball games, but this is about as ragged as it gets so far. 17-11 the score. Bradley to work the ball in. Wildcats in the lead by 6. Bradley's got a new guy in the ball game, and he looks a little bit suspect with his ball handling. Clyde Heron in the ball game. They work the ball to him. Clyde's got the ball. I think it's Clyde. Kyle. Wildcats steal it. Down the floor, Jared Stevens goes in for the shot. He draws the foul from Kyle Heron. Personal foul called against the Bears. 6-point Oak Ridge lead. 17-11 the score. 3:33 to play in what has been an ugly first half of ball. The Wildcats holding on to a 6-point lead as Jared Stevens goes to the free throw line.
Yeah, you know, we're not really Oak Ridge Wildcat basketball in the first half, especially here in the first game of the Wildcat Arena. You know, at the end of the first quarter, the score was 8-6. You know, a really low-scoring ball game. So hopefully they can pick back up the pace.
Our camera personnel tonight, we have Taylor Lane, we have Nick Suttles, we have Jake McLaughlin, we have Michael Singleton, our producer and director tonight here at the Wildcat Arena. This is David Clary along with Brian Leffler. To the free throw line, Jared hit the first one, second toss, no good. On the rebound, Bradley Central. Coming out of there with the basketball is Kyle Heron. Heron with it over to Perkins. Perkins in the rear court lobs it across the line with a pass that goes to Bo Bynum. Bo Bynum harassed by Jared Stevens, waits, lobs the ball cross court. Off it goes to number 5. That'll be Matt Perkins. Back to the top of the circle it goes once again to Donlin. Donlin works the ball to the right to Heron. Around the wing it goes to Perkins in the right corner. Perkins brings the ball back out to the midcourt line. 7-point game. 18-11 the score. 3:04 to play second quarter. To the basketball it goes to Donlin. They put up a 3. No good. Rebound DeMarcus Rogers. DeMarcus is bringing the ball down the floor. DeMarcus brings it across the time stripe. Stops at the top of the circle. Gives it out to Jared Stevens. Jared drives the baseline. Finds DeMarcus free. DeMarcus lost the ball. Picked up on the garbage play by Josh Gregory. Then a whistle blows and a foul is going to be called. The ball kind of rolled into Gregory's hands and didn't really have a good look at a shot. Put it up there hoping to draw the foul. Foul is going to be called against Oak Ridge's DeMarcus Rogers. 4th team foul. The Bradley ball facing full court pressure. 7-point advantage for the Wildcats. 18-11 the score. Bradley works the ball in. In it comes to Brant Donlin. Donlin down the right side off to Knight. Here's a steal by Oak Ridge. Here's a dunk by Oak Ridge. Raphael Coffey steals it. Quinche Dowdell dunks it. Nice hands, Raphael. 2-hand jam by Quinche Dowdell.
Yeah, it's a really good play by Raphael Coffey. Raphael, you know, seeing Quinche Dowdell setting up the screen for Quinche. Quinche was just wide open. You know, had the free 2-hand jam. It's good for him to get a dunk here in the Wildcat Arena.
Earlier tonight, the Oak Ridge High School Lady Wildcats won by a final score of 69-54. Brian, at halftime, you're going to give us the particulars of that particular ball game. Oak Ridge jumped on top of them early and never gave up the lead.
Yeah, that's right. They came out really high speed in the first half, you know, and then came back out in the second half, died down just a little bit, and then they cut their lead a little bit short. Then they started taking back, getting some more speed, getting back some more points.
First game of the year played at the Wildcat Arena for the boys varsity. It has been ragged for sure. Bradley Central, the perennial power in Lower East Tennessee, trailing Oak Ridge by 9, 20-11. They've started out of the gate slowly. Wildcats, on the other hand, have started out strong. Oak Ridge comes in at 4-0 as the Wildcats trying to win their 5th game. The girls already have won tonight. As the ball's worked in, and it comes to number 30, Donlin. Donlin, and they get the ball down the floor. Here it goes out to Ryan Knight. Holds the ball outside, gives it out to Hawkins, guarded by Raphael Coffey. He works the ball to the right side. Pass goes out to number 4 for them, once again Knight. Here comes a trap set. They work the ball to the corner. Out it goes to Heron. Heron holds the ball. He's suspect, I think, with his ball handling. I think I would kind of trap him. They've got a good guy on him in Raphael Coffey. Out to the top it goes left side to Donlin. Donlin looks to his right. Tyler Clark defending aggressively. 5-second count. It's got to be on, but where's the official? He's down low. Back to the top it goes to number 22 Hawkins, and a whistle blows and a foul is going to be called, I think, against Oak Ridge. Personal foul is going to go against number 20 Jared Stevens. That'll be his first foul. Team foul number 5 called against the Wildcats. 1:56 to play second quarter. 20-11 the score. Bradley ball. Matt Hawkins to work the ball in. Hawkins looks yet to get the ball in. In it comes to number 5 Matt Perkins. Perkins back to the left side, back to Hawkins on the left wing, guarded by Jared Stevens. Round to the top of the circle to Donlin. Donlin holds the ball and gives it out to Heron. Heron now guarded by James Michael up high. Holds it forever. It's got to be 5. Wayne, they're going to get a layup out of it. He missed it. Rebounded by Quinche Dowdell. Down the floor it goes. Quinche dribbles right, pulls up. Free throw line jumper is no good. Not the shot they wanted. It was too quick. On the rebound will come Bradley Central. Coming out of there with the basketball will come number 5, Matt Hawkins. Holds the ball up high. Minute 21 to play in the second quarter. Wildcats working aggressively defensively. The Wildcats taking some ill-advised shots here.
Yeah, that's right. They just need to stop down, slow down, let them set up their offense. Quinche Dowdell on the last play probably shouldn't have taken that shot. He probably should have waited for everybody to get down, but Quinche Dowdell thought he had the shot and took the little free throw line jumper and he missed.
Bradley Central ball. Harriman with the basketball. Oak Ridge by 9. And then a whistle blows and a foul is going to be called against Oak Ridge. Personal foul will go against Oak Ridge's number 14, Raphael Coffey. That'll be his first foul. Team foul number 6 as Oak Ridge substitutes Josh Gregory in the ball game. DeMarcus Rogers checks in. Out will come Quinche Dowdell and Raphael Coffey. The Bradley basketball. Number 22, Matt Hawkins, will try to work the ball in. Yet to do it, now does. And it comes. Number 33 has it. Donlin works the ball to Heron. Heron holds the ball. They've held the ball for a long time. We're down to 48 seconds to play here in a 9-point game. 20-11, about as low scoring as could possibly be after rolling up so many big numbers through the first 4 ball games. As Heron pulls up and shoots, that's no good. Rebound swatted away by DeMarcus Rogers. Tried to get it and swat it to a teammate, but swatted it into the crowd instead. 20-11 the score, 35 seconds to play. The football guys a little bit ragged here in this one as Bradley prepares to work the ball in.
Yeah, you know, Dave, when you look at conditioning for basketball and football, it's entirely different. You think that if somebody was in shape for football, they'd be in shape for basketball, but that's not correct. Basketball conditioning is a lot more than football. You know, basketball, you're running up and down the court approximately 250 times in one game. So, you know, different than football. So that's why the football players need to get in shape.
Timeout is asked for, I believe, by Bradley Central. 20-11 the score. Let's take a break. Let's send it back to our engineer, Jimmy Bouchard. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Back here at the Oak Ridge Gym, the new Wildcat Arena. The Wildcats on top 20-11, 27 seconds to play in the first half. We'll have a statistical recap at halftime. Brian Leffler will do that. We'll talk about the girls' game as Bradley prepares to work the ball in. And it comes to Matt Perkins, down to 25 seconds to play. They set a trap up high. He works the ball to Heron, around to the top. Pass intercepted by Oak Ridge. Wildcats on a 3-on-1 break. Jared Stevens fakes it, drives it, goes in for the layup. Good. 22-11 the score, an 11-point lead for the Wildcats. 10 seconds to play, and Bradley throws the ball away. Ball is almost touched by Tyler Clark. But wisely, the ball goes bouncing out of bounds. The Wildcats will get it side midcourt. 7 seconds to play in the first half, leading 22-11. Wildcats substitute McClanahan out of the ball game. Back in the ball game, Tucker Shred. The Wildcats also have Josh Gregory. 7 seconds, 6 seconds, 4 seconds. DeMarcus Rogers. The Wildcats got to get the play on the track. Tucker a 3 at the buzzer. No good as the first half comes to a close. 22-11 is our score. Wildcats and Bradley Central Bears played about as closely as they possibly could play. 22-11 our score.
Yeah, that's right. You know, really not registered trademark of Wildcat basketball here in the first half alone. Just coming out looking really lethargic, not playing very well as of now. So hopefully the Wildcats come out and jumpstart their offense and defense and maybe find a way to get around that zone defense.
Take a break, send it back to our engineer back to the studios of WATO, Jimmy Bouchard. When we come back, we will recap the scoring statistically and recap the girls' win tonight. Oak Ridge on top here at the half, 22-11. And we'll be back with a look at the stats following this 3-minute timeout.
And this is Brian Liffler back here at the Oak Ridge new Wildcat Arena with a look at the halftime statistics of the Oak Ridge versus Bradley Central boys varsity ball game. Oak Ridge boys are trying to go 5-0, and the Bradley Central Bears are trying to go 3-3. Yeah, halftime the score is 22-11. A really low-scoring game. In the first quarter, the score is 8-6. Oak Ridge on top. Not really playing Oak Ridge Wildcat basketball as of this first quarter. Only 2 people have scored for the Bears. Matt Perkins is leading the way with 8 points, and Matt Hawkins is leading the way with 3 points. Quincy Dowdale is leading the way for the Wildcats with 7 points. Tucker Trent has 6 points. Jared Stevens has 5 points. Shakar McLennan and Jamarcus Rogers each have 2 points. Oak Ridge Wildcats are trying to increase their record to 5-0. They're undefeated as of now in the regular season. And the Bradley Central Bears are 2-3, trying to go 3-3. At the end of halftime, the score is 22-11. Wildcats on top, and we'll be back with more. Excuse me, I'm going to recap the girls' varsity ball game. This happened earlier. Lady Wildcats are now 5-0 on the season, and the Bradley Central Bearettes are now 5-2. Final score of that ball game, 69-54. Leading the way for the Bearettes was Yaisha Bradford, having a really good knockout ball game tonight with 26 points. Followed behind her is Haley Irvin with 8 points. Lusuela Person and Katie Davis each had 7 points. Brooke Willis had 3 points, and Callie Edridge had 2 points. And Lindsay Maples ran out of the game with 1 free throw, good for 1 point. Leading the way for the Lady Wildcats was Courtney Jones with 18 points. Followed behind her is Jasmine Hazard with 15 points. Reagan Thompson and Kiera Johnson each had 10 points. Quisha McLennan had 9 points. Autumn Gibson had 4 points, and Tiffany Johnson ran out of the game with 1 3-point shot, good for 3 points. Again, the Lady Wildcats are now 5-0, and the Bradley Central Bearettes are 5-2. Final score of that ball game, 69-54, and at halftime of the boys varsity game, 22-11, Wildcats on top. We'll be back with more after this 3-minute timeout. I got it.
being on back my chair. Back here at the Wildcat Arena, halftime, the Wildcats on top 22-11. Oak Ridge trying to beat Bradley for the first time in back-to-back ball games for the first time since 1998. Oak Ridge has not had back-to-back victories over the Bears since 1998, but that's what they're trying to do today. They won the last meeting last year and trying to win the first one this year, and that's kind of hard to believe. Bradley leads the all-time series, 29 wins to 27 wins for the Wildcats. So here, as of late, Bradley's had their way with the Wildcats, and they're playing well tonight. We're waiting for Bradley to come out of their locker room. The clock is ticking down to the final minute. One of the key, cool things about the arena here is in each of the locker rooms, there is a clock. The game clock actually is inside the locker room, so they know exactly how much time is left in the before the halftime. But obviously, Kent Smith doesn't see that because halftime is over. The buzzer is sounded, and we're waiting for Bradley to join us here. You can only have a party when everybody shows up, and the Wildcats are out on the floor, and they're getting ready to start the second half, but we're waiting for Bradley. The buzzer has been sounded several times, but Bradley has yet to return. Mike Sheehan.
Well, I'll keep score since Brian hasn't returned either, and it's a wonderful place to be tonight, right here on court side.
Well, one of the things about this arena actually is that it's going to get hard to. The restrooms are a good ways away from us. I think they need to put a door right there so we can get closer to them.
I totally agree with that. That's something they need to change. I keep thinking with all the construction going on, they're going to build something closer, but right now it's about a quarter of a mile away.
Second half about set. Oak Ridge on top 22-11. Wildcats playing with DeMarcus Rogers along with Tyler Clark, Quinche Dowdell, James Michael, and Jared Stevens. That's the original starting five. Just a slightly late coming out of the locker room, but everything's okay, and the officials are allowing them a little extra time. They've got to get used to the new facilities as well. Maybe they got lost someplace, and that's not hard to do in this building, I can tell you that. As Oak Ridge gets the ball first as we start play. DeMarcus Rogers with it to Jared Stevens. Out to the top it goes. DeMarcus dribbles to his left, gives it out to Jared, attacks to the right, has Tyler Clark free on the right wing, looks down low, needs to swing the ball back out to Jared Stevens. On the left wing is DeMarcus Rogers, down low is Quinche Dowdell and James Michael. Tyler's wide open in the right corner. The pass didn't get to him quite quickly enough. Quinche gets one. His shot is blocked. On the rebound, though, right back to Quinche. Looks like he wants to force it. He does and scores. Quinche Dowdell with a nice move down low, and the Wildcats have their biggest lead of the night, 13 points.
Yeah, you know, really nice play by Quinche Dowdell to start off the second half. Yeah, back row, reverse finger roll layup. Good for Quinche. You know, he got his own rebound, which was good, and which shows that he can get rebounds on the big boards.
Bradley misses the shot. Quinche on the rebound. Here goes to DeMarcus Rogers. DeMarcus goes coast to coast, hooks it up, no good. Jared Stevens on the follow-up bucket. It's good. And Oak Ridge leads by 15, 26-11. 6:56 to play here in the third quarter. The Wildcats got caught napping a bit, and Bradley didn't see the wide open player. That would have been an easy layup. Might be anyway, as they get a shot up. No good. On the rebound, it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Oak Ridge. Wildcats have had a couple breakdowns on defense, and I know Coach Norris won't be happy with, but considering how sluggish the Wildcats have played against a good team and how little practice time they've had, you know, Wildcats still are up by 15.
Yeah, you know, it just seems like the Wildcats and Lady Wildcats both have lost focus throughout these games. Maybe just because it's in the new Wildcat Arena. But like you said a minute ago, Brent Donlin was wide open down low for the Bears. And, you know, they just didn't see him in time to get him the ball. But I definitely miscue in the defense on that time, especially.
Bradley likes to work time, and they're doing it. They work the ball down the floor, and Tyler Clark steals it. Tyler Clark's going to go coast to coast with it, lay it in. Good. Tyler Clark scores, and the Wildcats' lead is up to 17. 28-11 the score. Here comes Bradley Central down the floor. Bradley trying to work the ball down the floor. Wildcat defense pressuring in the rear court. Oak Ridge's defense effort is pretty good. They've only scored 11. Here's another steal by Tyler. Picked though right back up by Bradley. With the basketball, number 5, Perkins. Perkins drives in. Whistle blows, and a holding foul is going to be called against Oak Ridge. Ridge. Kind of stopped what was going to be a layup because it was smooth sailing. The Wildcats still had a couple guys back in the rear court who hadn't been able to recover and get down the floor. It stopped a layup as the personal foul is called against James Michael. That'll be his first, team foul number 1. Bradley ball, they work the ball in. And it comes to Matt Hobbs. He throws the ball back in the rear court. I think it was deflected by the Wildcats, and they'll set up their offense once again. Number 5, Matt Perkins with the basketball, guarded by DeMarcus Rogers. He works the ball to Donlin. Donlin guarded by James Michael. Dribbles to his left and gives it up. Over goes on the left side outside the arc to Hobbs once again. They swing the ball for a wide open look at a 3. It is no good. Rebounded by Oak Ridge. DeMarcus Rogers with the basketball. He brings it across the line. DeMarcus hesitates, lobs it left side. Tyler Clark, three-pointer. Left corner, no good. But he is fouled in the act of shooting a three-point shot. And Tyler's going to be able to shoot 3 free throws here. 28-11, a 17-point advantage for the guys in white and cardinal tonight. And Tyler Clark will go to the free throw line.
Yeah, a good shot by Tyler Clark, put up right there. Almost if he could have made that drop in, he'd have been sitting to the free throw line with 3 points already on him, as his first free throw is up and no good.
Tyler missed the first shot. He'll have another one. Tyler, fresh off the football field, it's had about a week or so, a week and a couple days, to the free throw line for a second of 3. Tyler puts it up there, and it is no good. Tyler is usually a very good free throw shooter, just hasn't got his touchdown. He's now 0 for 4 on the year, but he'll have another one here. Wildcats substituting DeMarcus Rogers, Quincy Dowdell, and James Michael out of the ballgame. Wildcats playing with Raphael Coffey, Jared Stevens, Tyler Clark, Tucker Trent, and Josh Gregory. Tyler to the free throw line, his third attempt, good. Hit one of the 3, and now Tyler's going to take his seat alongside Ricky Norris, actually alongside Coach Wes Jones. Wildcats are not at full strength, still waiting for Trey Smith. He'll become eligible at January. They're also without Alex Fagan, expected to be on the varsity this year. As the Wildcats sweep the ball out of the hands of the Bradley Bears coming down the floor. 5:26 to play third quarter. 29-11 is our score. Oak Ridge by 18. Bradley basketball. To work the ball in will be Aaron Cochran. He works the ball in to Hawkins. Hawkins got it by Jared Stevens. He drives the baseline, throws the ball back out to the right side. Saved out here by Perkins. Perkins back to the top of the circle on the right side, then squares the floor. Got it by Raphael Coffey. He comes off to his right, drives the baseline, and a little bit of a bump on the part of Raphael Coffey is going to earn Raphael a personal foul. Team foul number 2 called against the Wildcats. 5:11 to play third quarter. Be Bradley ball underneath the goal.
Yeah, Raphael Coffey not really thinking that he committed a foul on that one. He just was kind of just zoning up on his defense, just waiting there, and Matt Perkins brought the ball down, and just a little shove by Raphael Coffey made the ref call it on him.
Talking to some of the guys in the student section, Mason Guyman in particular was telling me doesn't really like the location as number 44 goes up and Josh Gregory's body keeps him from getting that shot to fall. Here come the Wildcats down the floor. Raphael with it to Tucker Trent. Down low it goes. Up for the shot is Josh Gregory, and he is thrown down by Matt Hobbs. And no foul, just all ball, and it'll be Bradley basketball.
Yeah, Dave, I'm almost surprised that it just didn't call a foul anyway. How Josh Gregory hit the ground. Like you said, it was pretty much all ball, but they just pretty much grabbed the ball, and Josh fell on the ground with it.
Bradley ball. They trail Oak Ridge by 18, 29-11. Oak Ridge has only given up 11 points, and we're at the 4:44 mark of the third quarter. Bradley driving down right. They drive in. Off-balance shot is no good. Rebound to Josh Gregory if he can hold it. He has it. Gives it over to the top to Jared Stevens, who's going coast to coast with it. Inside to Jakari McClanahan. Up for the shot. Good, and he's fouled. Jakari McClanahan has an opportunity for a three-point play. The Wildcats by 20 now. 31-11 over the Bradley Central Bears, and Jakari McClanahan will go to the free throw line as DeMarcus Rogers checks into the ball game for Jared Stevens.
Good play by Jakari McClanahan right there. Just taking and driving the lane down low to get the easy layup, and at the same time he's dead that he got fouled, and he puts up his first, his one and only free throw, and it is good.
Currently doing camera work is Michael Singleton. We also have Taylor Lane, Nick Suttles, and Jake McLaughlin. The inbounds is intercepted by DeMarcus Rogers, quick hands. Wildcats set it up, leading by 21, 32-11 over Bradley Central. Wildcats, believe it or not, as Tucker Trent gets his third three off, no good. Rebound to Raphael Coffey. Raphael sets it out once again to DeMarcus. Looks down low, lobs it back out to Raphael, then underneath. A foul is going to be called, I believe, against the Bears, number 33. I don't know if you heard this stat, Mike, but Oak Ridge has not beaten Bradley in back-to-back ball games since 1998.
Man, that is a big surprise to me, David. Just goes to show you how big Bradley Central's been over the years, how good they are, and what an testament to Oak Ridge to be that much better to beat them twice in a row.
Here's another three on its way, no good. Rebounded by Bradley Central. Tucker hit his first couple three shots, and in fact the first 3 points by a varsity Wildcat scored by Tucker Trent in this gym. But that time he misfired, and back on defense go the Wildcats. 3:54 to play. Oak Ridge's defense has been stifling all season. Here's a shot, a layup good. He was allowed to drive the lane. They score their 13th point. Oak Ridge tries to get the inbounds play in, and a whistle blows, and a personal foul is going to be called against Bradley. It's going to go against Matt Hawkins. Wildcats on top, 32-13. It's been an ugly ball game, but the Wildcats are in the lead. 3:44 to play. The girls won in a little smoother fashion as the ball is brought down the floor. Here comes to DeMarcus Rogers, brings the ball across the midcourt line. There's a big OR painted on it. It's in the opposite direction of us, so it looks like a U and a O, I believe, as they work the ball inside of Quinche Dowdell. He drives in, no good. Draws the foul from Bradley. Quinche Dowdell will go to the free throw line. Quinche very quietly with 9 points in the game. Fouls called again against Matt Hawkins. That's 2 fouls in the last minute or so. Only his second foul, though. Team foul number 5 called against Bradley. Quinche Dowdell to the free throw line.
Yeah, you know exactly what you said as he knocks down his first free throw. Like you said just a second ago, just quiet 9 points. Usually Quinche Dowdell by this time is averaging in the double figures. So it's real rare to see Quinche only with 9 points so far.
Quinche misses his free throw. Jakari McClanahan kind of tips it back to Quinche, and he gets an easy layup. Oak Ridge on top by 22, and then a blocking foul is going to be called on the other end of the floor against Jakari McClanahan. Oak Ridge playing with Tucker Trent, Jakari McClanahan, Raphael Coffey, DeMarcus Rogers, and Quinche Dowdell. Tyler Clark's going to check back in the ball game. Jakari's going to check out. 3:11 to play in the third quarter. The game has not been nearly as exciting as the ones up in Johnson City. Credit a very good Bradley team, as there's a quick 5 seconds called against Bradley. Credit Bradley. I mean, they've done a lot of things to disrupt Oak Ridge, and it's taken Oak Ridge really out of the flow of what we saw up in Johnson City.
Yeah, that's right. They're just trying to find something that's going to disrupt the Wildcat offense. So far, they're doing rather well, but, you know, it all depends on the scoreboard. Quinche Dowdell gets a little finger roll layup. But like you said, you know, when we were seeing them up in Johnson City, they were playing with a lot of intensity, and not really came out with a lot of intensity in this ball game.
Raphael steals it, gives it to Quinche. Quinche gets a shot up, good, and he's fouled. Wildcats on top of Bradley, 39-13, slowly pulling away. Bradley struggling for any kind of offense as Oak Ridge substitutes. James Michael back in the ball game. Jared Stevens, Raphael Coffey checks out along with Tucker Trent. To the free throw line, Quinche Dowdell. Raphael Coffey's just got really, really quick hands.
Yeah, he does. You know, you look at him in the football field too, and he's the same way. Quinche Dowdell misses his free throw, but like you said, he's really fast, really agile, just really versatile for this Wildcat team.
Here comes Bradley down the floor after the missed free throw. They're going to get a layup, I think. It's good. Off the glass shot will go Matt Perkins. The baseline was allowed open, and then Coach Norris, not happy, calls a timeout. Let's take it with him. 2:34 to play third quarter. 39-15, Oak Ridge in the lead. We'll send it back to Jimmy Bouchard. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Back here at the Wildcat Arena in the campus of Oak Ridge High School. The 5th game of the year, the first game ever played here by the Wildcats, the varsity team. They lead 39-15 over one of their bigger rivals over the last 20 years, the Bradley Central Bears. 5-second call against DeMarcus. He dribbled and dribbled and dribbled. Number 5, Matt Perkins, was with him the whole way, and the Wildcats turned the ball over.
Yeah, you know, really sounded like to me a really quick 5-second call on DeMarcus Rogers, but really Coach Norris not really happy about that call as DeMarcus Rogers get called for a 5-second penalty.
Bradley basketball, out to the top it goes. Incidentally, like to wish my partner Brian Leffler a very happy 16th birthday yesterday. Did you get that license?
I did, Dave, and I actually drove to the game tonight.
Here comes a dunk by Quinche Dowdale. He's going to take it to the hole. He's fouled, but no call. DeMarcus Rogers gets the rebound. He was fouled, no call. They kick it back into James Michael. Back to Quinche. Turns, spins, drives, shoots, and scores. Quinche Dowdale scores. They called every little ticky-tack thing in the girls' game, and now you can get hammered and no calls.
Yeah, that's right. In the girls' game, they were being real picky about their calls. You know, throughout the first half alone, there was about 8 penalties on the girls. Now they're just letting people get slung around and letting them play a little bit. But, you know, sometimes you got to call penalties on guys.
41-15, the Wildcats in the lead. The whistle blows and a travel is going to be called. And that might be the first travel called in the ballgame. 41-15 the score. The Wildcats substituting Raphael Coffey back in the ballgame. Quinche Dowdale checks out. DeMarcus Rogers checks out. Wildcats playing with Raphael Coffey, Josh Gregory, Tyler Clark, James Michael, along with Jared Stevens. The Wildcats on top of Bradley, 41-15. Minute 26 to play in the third quarter. Here comes Oak Ridge down the floor. Raphael Coffey with it. Rafi out to Josh Gregory. Back he goes on the right side, turning, spinning. James Michael for the shot, good. James Michael just powered it up there and got 2 points, and Oak Ridge leads by 28 points, Brian. 43-15 over a team that doesn't lose that often, but boy, they're getting hammered tonight on the Wildcat Arena's in the Wildcat Arena's first ball game for a varsity team.
Yeah, that's true. Bradley Central really not used to getting hammered like this, but you know, through 3 quarters of play, they've only scored 15 points. That's really not good, especially if you want to try to win some ball games for your team.
Producer and director for tonight's game is Michael Singleton. Our camera personnel tonight, we have Nick Settles, Taylor Lane, along with Jake McLaughlin. Our engineers back at the station, we have Nathan Livesey, and of course Jimmy Bouchard, who will have the Wildcat Roar post-game show. Highlights of the girls' game, highlights of this game as well. Oak Ridge on top, 43-15 over Bradley. 48 seconds to play. James Michael with it over to Josh Gregory. Friday night, the Wildcats back at home against a very, very good team out of Nashville as Jared Stevens splits the defense, takes it in and scores. Jared Stevens is really, just like football season, has come out like a man possessed, and he scores another 2 points, and the Wildcat lead is 30.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Jared really just showing his explosiveness, especially just trying to advance into the lanes. He's done that pretty much on all of his points for 9 points tonight on tonight's ball game.
Well, there is. 45-15. There is a mercy rule just put into place in basketball. They run the clock continuously in the fourth quarter. I think if you're up by 40, I believe, as Bradley gets the basketball. 16 seconds to play, a near steal by Jared Stevens. Ball goes out of bounds, last touch by Oak Ridge. 15 seconds to play, 45-15. We're in the third quarter, Oak Ridge by 30. Wildcats will go to 5-0 on the year as Bradley sets up their offense. They've got a new guy in the ball game, Cody Visage. He works the ball to the right, throws it out to the top. Back to number 22, Hawkins. Hawkins on the right elbow, pulls up, shoots, and missed it. Rebounded, no good, as the third quarter comes to a close. Our score after 3 quarters of basketball here at the Wildcat Arena, 45-15 is our score. They're going to call Jared Stevens with a hold on the play. That'll be his 3rd foul. Not a shooting violation, only the 16th foul. Let's send it back to Jimmy Bouchard at the station. Oak Ridge on top, 45-15. We'll be back in 60 seconds. Back here at the Wildcat Arena, Oak Ridge on top 45-15. Bradley scored 4 points in the third quarter, Brian.
Yeah, Dave, that's really not good for the Bradley Central Bears. You know, this team, like you said, is usually used to winning ball games, and they've had some recent history against the Wildcats. But tonight, unfortunately, the Wildcats going to come out with a win as Tyler Clark knocks down a three-point shot.
And the Wildcats almost steal the inbounds. Oak Ridge on top of Bradley, 48-15. 7:36 to play. 15 points total in the ball game for the Bradley Central Bears, and 6 of those came in the first quarter. So they've only scored 11 points. Let's see, 6 points, 9 points, 9 points since the first quarter, Brian.
Yeah, that's right. You know, they only have 2 people who has points in the ball game alone, and that's Matt Perkins and Matt Hawkins. Matt Perkins has 10 points and Hawkins has 5. You know, when you only have 2 people scoring in a ball game, you can pretty much say goodbye to your chances of winning that game.
I know for a fact that Ainsworth will be much better on Friday, so come on out and support the Wildcats as that free throw is good. 48-16, Oak Ridge on top. The girls won today. They are 5-0. They'll play Ainsworth. Ainsworth's boys and girls are awesome. Hopefully you'll come out and support the Wildcats on Friday. Second toss, good. Both made by Matt Hawkins. Here comes Oak Ridge back the other way, playing with DeMarcus Rogers, James Michael, Tyler Clark, Josh Gregory, and Raphael Coffey. Oak Ridge ball. Josh Gregory drives, pulls up, wants to shoot, does, and scores. Josh Gregory that time just used his muscle, powered it up there, and will go to the free throw line with 1 shot upcoming.
Yeah, it's a good play by Josh Gregory, just standing down there and taking the foul. Although he was shooting, Josh Gregory's going to be sent to the free throw line with 2 points on the ball game.
Josh will go to the free throw line. I don't know how many attempts he's had this year. Probably very few. He missed that shot, wasn't even pretty doing it, and Josh Gregory back on defense. Gregory came in 0 of 1 at the free throw line, and part of his game probably he'll work on a little bit better as he gets a little bit more practice time. Oh, almost a steal by Raphael, and that would have been a dunk on the other end of the floor. Barely gets a shot off, no good. Rebound back to the Bears. Number 40, that'll be Heron. Back to the top, they get a 3 off. It's no good. Rebounded by Josh Gregory. Gregory trying to get the ball, and then a reach-in foul is called against Bradley Central. Bo Bynum is the man who commits the foul. He's a 6-foot junior. It'll be the 7th team foul called against Bradley. Back to the other end of the floor will go the Wildcats to shoot free throws. Oak Ridge on top of Bradley, 50-17, and Josh Gregory will go to the free throw line.
Yeah, that's right. You know, Bo Bynum committing his first foul in the ball game. You know, Josh Gregory was just holding the ball down there, trying to set up his offense, trying to get the ball to somewhere that can move it down the floor, and just a reach-in foul called on Bo Bynum.
First toss missed. First toss made. Second toss missed. 6:40 to play in the ball game. 51-17. Coach Norris had told me this Bradley team. You know, of course, they lost Terrence Oglesby, who went on to played at Clemson. They also lost the big 6'9" player Dodd, and some other fine players. And he told me they were a little bit down from previous years, and they're a lot down. This team cannot score. I mean, they have very little offensive weaponry as they get a shot off good. Making the shot is Matt Hawkins, and they're close to 20 now. Here comes Oak Ridge down the floor to Raphael, to Josh Gregory for the shot, good. Josh wanted to dunk it, but he really didn't have good position, and Oak Ridge leads 53-19. 6 minutes to play in the basketball game. Down the floor will come the Bradley Central Bears. With it will come Cody Visage. He comes cross court, back it goes, and along the baseline they pull up and shoot. On its way up, no good. Rebound Bradley. Wildcats stealing the ball away though with James Michael, and down the floor he goes to DeMarcus Rogers. DeMarcus brings it across the line to Raphael Coffey, and so Josh Gregory turns, spins as he makes his approach. Off the left block, a whistle blows, and an offensive foul is called against Josh Gregory. Oak Ridge fans not pleased with that call. The standing student section to our left haven't had a whole lot to cheer about. They were telling me they don't like the view there with the cheerleaders in front of them and the big goalposts. They don't like the view, and they want to be moved. I wonder if they'll accommodate them in future games.
Well, you know, it's certainly bad for the Ozone student standing section. You know, you can see the big post in front of them as they can't see, you know, anything in the middle, and then the cheerleaders right in front of them also on the floor. So, you know, maybe not a good spot for them. Maybe they just have to talk to Coach Mullins about that, though.
Well, Bradley's over 20 now, 53-21. Wildcats in the lead, 5:16 to play. Here's Jakari McClanahan. to DeMarcus Rogers. Works the ball back out, lost it. Jakari McClanahan off the fingertips of Gregory. A little sloppy right now as number 22 drives in, and as he makes his approach, another foul is called. Boy, it's ugly right now. 5:03 to play. That's the way the girls' game ended up. A lot of the fans have elected to head on home. A good group of them has left out of here. We saw some Clinton personnel here, their athletic director, along with a longtime supporter here as the free throw is good. 53-22. Oak Ridge in the lead by 33. 5:03 to play. Back to the free throw line. I can't do my math today here as the Wildcats are up by 30, 53-23, 4:59 to play in the basketball game. Raphael Coffey with it in. It goes to Tucker Trent playing post. Spins, turns around, jumper, shot good. Nice play by Tucker Trent, and Oak Ridge's lead is 55-23, 4:46 to play. Tucker now, I believe, with 8 points. Now I believe that's his first 2 of the ball game.
Oh yeah, that's right, Dave. You know, usually Tucker Trent really isn't used to shooting down low shots like that, especially inside the paint. He's really an outside guy. He likes to shoot the three-point shots. But, you know, that's one of Tucker's first down low inside the paint shots for him.
Kyle Herron turns the ball over on a 5-second call. The replays of these games, the girls' game will begin at around 6:30 tomorrow on Oak Ridge Schools Television, Channel 15. Tyler Clark with the basketball. I'm a little bit discombobulated. They're yelling my name out in the student section. It kind of got me a little off. Maybe they'll start yelling your name, Brian.
Well, I hope they don't yell my name, Dave. I definitely don't want them to know that I'm down here.
Here goes out to DeMarcus Rogers. Back to Jakari McClanahan. McClanahan works it over to Tyler Clark. Works the ball to the right. Has his shot swatted away. It'll be Oak Ridge basketball on the side court. The Wildcats playing with Tyler Clark along with Jakari McClanahan, Tucker Trent, Jared Stevens. James Michael the ball game. 4:05 to play. 55-23 the score. Oak Ridge works the ball in and lost it out of bounds. Last touch by Bradley, they say. I think DeMarcus touched it last as they substitute into the ballgame a new guy, Matt Formont, 6'1" junior, as they'll try to work the ball in. 4:03 to play. 55-23 Oak Ridge. Jakari McClanahan works it into Tyler Clark. Tyler won't take a three. He's about to be trapped. Works it out to Tucker Trent. Tucker dribbles to the baseline. Lost his dribble. Harassed and stolen away by number 55, Cody Dissage. He brings the ball down the floor. Got it by DeMarcus Rogers. They thought about shooting a three. Bounce pass down low to number 44. He goes up for his shot. Good. They score with Matt Hobbs. Score is looking a little bit better, but the Wildcats have totally dominated this ball game.
Yeah, that's right, Dave. You know, they're finally starting to get into the higher point range. But like I said earlier, they only had 2 people with points before Matt Hobbs got a little layup right there. You know, Matt Perkins and Matt Honkers are the only people who had their points as of now.
Marcus Rogers drives in the lane, draws the foul. Oak Ridge on top by 30, 55-25, 3:22 to play. The guys won their last game against Bradley Central. As I see Nelson Glover at the top of the steps here, former Oak Ridge High School baseball coach, sitting at the top of the steps here. So we've got 2 baseball coaches in here, Tom Froning and Nelson Glover, as the first free throw is up, and it is no good by DeMarcus Rogers. He'll have another one.
Yeah, that's right. DeMarcus Rogers really not. He didn't have enough free throws to shoot so to get him on the scoring boards. But DeMarcus only has 1 point. As of now, he goes to the free throw line again to shoot his second one, and is up, and it is good.
56-25 Oak Ridge in the lead. 3:22 to play in the basketball game. Bradley's going to lose their 4th game of the year. The Wildcats are going to go 5-0. Innsworth will be a very, very good opponent for the Wildcats on Friday. And then a week from tonight, the Wildcats in the district ball game. As I mentioned, the replays can be seen as a holding foul is going to be called against Jakari McClanahan. That'll be the 10th team foul, so the double bonus is in effect here. It'll be Bradley going to the free throw line with Matt Formont. The replays can be seen. Generally, the Tuesday games are replayed on Wednesday. The Friday games replayed on Saturday on Oak Ridge Schools Television Channel 15. Shot is on its way. It's up, and it's good. Made good by Matt Formont. Oak Ridge by 30, 56-26, 3:13 to play in the basketball game. Back to the line. Shot is missed. Rebound to Oak Ridge. Tyler Clark coming out of there with the basketball. Waits for his teammates and will set it up. 30-point Wildcat lead, 56-26. Tyler works it over to Raphael. Back to Clark. Tyler Clark dribbles to the midcourt circle, or the inside the circle. Back it goes to McClanahan. Jakari has trouble with it and throws the ball away. Got into no man's land and just threw it away. Taken away by Bradley Central. 2:51 to play. And mercifully, this game is coming to a close here in about 2 minutes and 47 seconds as Bradley drives in, lost it. James Michael steals it on a deflection from somebody. And here comes Tyler Clark down the floor. Tyler with it across the midcourt line. Dribbles to his right, gives it over to McClanahan. Jakari McClanahan cut off by Heron. Works the ball to Gregory at the free throw line. Shoots and draws the foul. Josh Gregory will go to the free throw line. Wildcats have got some, well, I thought it was going to be a foul. I think it is. It is going to go against number 44, Matt Hobbs. Oak Ridge is going to go to the free throw line with Josh Gregory as the Oak Ridge standing student section trying to get with it. As Gregory shoots the first one, no good. He'll have another one. 2:29 to play in the ball game. 56-26. Gregory back to the line. Toss, no good. Rebounded by Bradley Central. Coming out of there with it, Matt Formont. Remember the highlight show coming up a little bit. As Bradley gets a three off, it was wide open. Good. They score with number 23, Bo Bynum, and the Wildcats bring the ball down the floor. 56-29. Tyler Clark drives all the way in. No place to go but back. Works it out to Raphael. Swings it out to Jakari McClanahan for three. It's no good. Rebounded by Bradley Central. Kind of ragged in the last little part of the ball game. Bradley's substitutes look better than their starters.
Yeah, that's right, Dave. Their substitutes coming in and bringing a lot of intensity, probably just because they're getting in the ball game. They just want to give it their all, just show their coach that they're worth some playing time.
And a minute 50 to play. Wildcats have a couple guys out of position, and shot is on its way. It's no good. Josh Gregory on the rebound to Tyler Clark. 56-29 the score. Minute 41 to play in the ball game. Tyler dribbling to the midcourt line. Dribbles to his left, comes back to his right. No 5-second call. He works it over to Jakari McClanahan. Jakari comes cross court to Raphael. Raphael drives in, kicks it out to Tyler. Tyler Clark, a three-pointer from the corner. No good. Tip back up, and they're going to call a foul against Jakari. Oak Ridge standing student section, not sure, but it's a foul. I think it was. It looked like he got him pretty good with the body. I think what they were probably lobbying for, Brian, is just not to call it, just so the game will get over.
Yeah, that's right. Tyler Clark got the ball kicked back out to him, and he took the three-point shot, and Jakari saw that it wasn't going to make it, so he just went charging down and just pretty much almost ran over a Bradley County defender. Shot
is up. Good. They score with Bo Bynum. Wildcats haven't scored in a while as James Michael comes out of the ball game. Back in the ball game for the Wildcats. Let's see, I guess was Tucker Trent. Second toss, good. Here come the Wildcats down the floor. Their lead is 56-31. Here it goes out to Tyler Clark. Running the point now for the Wildcats. Works the ball to the top of the circle. Clark lobs it down low to Josh Gregory. Great feed. Shot is good. Pretty pass by Tyler Clark.
Yeah, it was. Almost looked like for a minute it was going to get picked off and taken the other way. But, Josh Gregory just using his height just to get up there and get that ball and then put it up for an easy layup.
Near steal by the Wildcats indeed. Here comes a dunk. Raphael Coffey lays it in. I thought he was going to jam it, and the Wildcats lead is 60-31. Raphael could have dunked it, just didn't quite get his ups there as Scott Hinton scolds me on the call of that one as Bradley works it down with 38 seconds to play. Bradley basketball. Here it goes to Cody Visage at the midcourt circle. Works the ball to the right, although there isn't really much of a visible circle. Visage looks at that visible circle, and he stands in it to his left and works the ball to his right. Back to Visage it goes. Visage works the ball to Heron. Heron swings the ball to the left corner, driving the baseline. Shot is blocked away, and foul is going to be called. 16.4 seconds to play. Brian Leffler, what was the standing student section saying just then?
They were chanting, "Warm up the bus." They were trying to get the Bradley Central people to go warm up the bus because they're heading home with the loss.
60-31 the score. 16 seconds to play. Free throw is good. Made good by Matt Formont. 6'1" junior. 60-32 the score. It's been all Oak Ridge today. The girls won with ease. The guys are winning with ease. Free throws missed. Rebounded by Josh Gregory to Tyler Clark. The Wildcats with 12 seconds. Coach Norris says not to shoot. The game is going to come to a close. 8 seconds to play. Kent Smith has got his team up on their feet already. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. The Wildcats win the ball game by a final score of 60-32. The Wildcats victorious for the second consecutive time over the Bradley Bears for the first time since 1998, and the Wildcats for the first time in a while are 5-0.
Is it regular 5:30?
Yeah, that's right. You know, Wildcats coming out, not really playing their high-intensity ball like they usually play. And they had to jump start a little bit throughout the end of the game. And they got back in the ball game, put some points up on the board. You know, really not a signature Bradley Central ball club either. Not really playing good basketball by them. So hopefully we can come out Friday and get a win against Innsworth.
On AM 1290 WATO, Oak Ridge Schools Television Channel 15, and on the internet, prepradio.com. Final score of the ball game, Wildcats win it 60-32. And we'll be back to look at the stats, talk to Coach Ricky Norris. We'll get to all that following this 2-minute timeout.
Like it's not too late to make an announcement. Yeah, well, always it's Mike Mullen. It's Mike Mullen. How you doing, dude? I'm good. Hey, just a man right there, Ryan. Good job tonight. Absolutely. The one time, it was good because he was short about 3 minutes off the end with it. If I had done that, really. I was trying to get this timeout for a set. I pushed the wrong button. Yeah. Short of the timeout.
Are you not supposed to let it clock run?
Hey, Court, deal still stands. Like nobody's got one yet. We're waiting on. I know you're going to. I know.
And this is Brian Leffert back here at Oak Ridge High School, new Wildcat Arena. Look at the final statistics of the girls and boys victories today over the Bradley Central Bears. The boys varsity game was final score of 60-32. Boys winning. The boys are now 5-0 on the season, and the Bradley Central Bears are 2-4. Looking at the top of the scoring boards for the Bears, only 2 people had scored throughout the third quarter, and finally in the fourth quarter, other people had gotten on the boards. Matt Hawkins had 13 points on the ball game. Matt Perkins had 10. Bo Bynum had 5 points. Matt Hobbs and Matt Formont each rounded out the ball game with 2 points. Leading the way for the Wildcats was Quincy Dowdell with 19 points. Jared Stevens had 9. Tyler Clark had 6. Josh Gregory had 7 points. Jakari McClanahan with 5. Tucker Trent with 8. James Michael, DeMarcus Rogers, and Raphael Coffey each had 2 points. Again, Oak Ridge Wildcats are now 5-0, and the Bradley Central Bears are 2-4. Final score of that ball game, 60-32. Wildcats on top. And a recap of the girls' statistics: the girls won tonight 69-54. Excuse me. The Lady Wildcats are now 5-0 as well, and the Bradley Central Barrettes are 5-2. Look at the scoring boards for the Lady Barrettes. Aisha Bradford had 26 points on the ball game. Haley Irvin had 8 points. Katie Davis had 7 points. Brooke Willis had 3 points. Callie Adridge 2 points, and Lindsay Maples rounded the ball game with 1 point. Leading the way for the Lady Wildcats, Courtney Jones had 18 points on tonight's ball game. Jasmine Hazard 15, Kiara Johnson 10, Quisha McClanahan 9, Autumn Gibson 4 points, and Tiffany Johnson 3 points. Again, the final score of that ball game, 69-54. Lady Wildcats on top. The Wildcats making a sweep against the Bears program tonight. Each team is now 5-0, and we'll be looking forward to Friday night's game here against Innsworth.
Thanks a lot, Brian. We're going to send it back to Jimmy Bouchard back at the studios of AM 1290 WATO as we wait for Coach Ricky Norris, head coach of the Wildcats. Final score of the ball game. The Wildcats win both games tonight. We'll be back with Coach Norris in 2 minutes.
Well, why need 2 mics?
Because
I don't know. He's probably already been in bed for hours.
How are you, Coach?
How about you? Good?
Doing good.
Good deal. Try. My brother's funny. He's wearing that. My brother in down. He got his I got to roll out there. He's talking about your tribe, about how do a little homework on the hat. They have Sing Sing out. Take the feather out. A lot of people. We were talking about that last night. It's funny you got that shirt on. Talked about it last night.
Compliment something after this.
Did you say picnic?
I don't get off the 7, so I'll probably come by. You'll be lucky. 7:30 tomorrow.
That's fine.
It's tough life. Somebody's got to do it. I'll see you.
See you, Mike.
Good night, guys. I got you flying around.
Wow.
Probably mad. Hey, this is ridiculous. What's up?
You got to talk, Brian. Are you trying to leave? No. You trying to skip out of here?
We're back here at the Oakland Hospital Arena. Home Can you hear me?
Yes.
I win.
I want to hear the Wildcat.
You say how to go?
Back here at the Wildcat Arena, the Wildcats victorious in both games. Both teams are now a perfect 5-0 on the year as we wait for the head coach of the Wildcats, Coach Ricky Norris, to join us here. Coach coming over to talk to me. And Coach, I'll let you use that mic right here in front of you. And I'm also going to put this mic in your mouth too. So just kind of get used to that, I guess. Win for your team. Kind of a slow start, a ragged kind of ball game. Credit Bradley. They did some good things defensively against you, and it didn't really have a lot of good looks early on in the ball game, but eventually you were able to get some points on, and your defense was outstanding until really the end of the ball game, and you kind of coasted into the win. You had different people playing different positions, and you had Tyler running the point, and you had different people out of position, but closing out the game was not so great, but during the middle part of the game, your defense was outstanding.
Yeah, you know, we had stretches where defensively we were okay. You know, Dave, I mean, I know we won, but you know, Bradley's a young team. They're not as good now as what they'll be in January. They'll be a better basketball team when we go up there. When we go play Bradley at their place, that's going to be tough. I wasn't very enthused about our effort tonight. You know, I felt like we talked about all year, let's try to get better each game, each day, and let's build towards the end and not kid ourselves when we don't play well. And I think tonight's one of those nights. I didn't feel the same energy, enthusiasm. You know, maybe it's because we're in the new, I don't know. There's a lot of excuses you can make, but I wasn't comfortable with tonight. I didn't, like I said, I didn't feel like we got better, and we've got to get better before Friday night, or we've wasted a whole week. And you know, tomorrow practice is we've got to improve some things, and you know, body language and some certain things, moving the basketball. We had some transition opportunities in the first half that if we go be solid and go finish them, then we can get into our press. And you know, maybe it's you know, maybe we have a little wider margin there at halftime. So I wasn't real impressed or pleased with the way we played, and you know, we got to do better than that.
What parts of your game do you think you need to work on?
I think offensively, you know, we knew they were going to play zone. We knew the zone that they were going to play, and we want to keep the ball on one side of the floor, and we want to score off the first or second pass. And sometimes, most times, teams that we have to beat aren't going to let us do that. Good teams aren't going to let you do that. You know, Science Hill press, so you can get a quick look against their defense, but teams like this and teams who are going to continue to play, you can't. You've got to move the ball, you've got to insert it, and you've got to have the ball change sides of the floor, and we didn't do that. And you know, and like I said, in transition, I thought we took some ill-advised shots. We didn't go finish. We didn't use the glass a couple times. And, you know, and 2 or 3 buckets can really make a difference, because the way we're going to play it allows us to set our press. It speeds the tempo up. It just does a ton of stuff. I don't know that we took a charge, and we've taken, you know, we've taken, I think, 13 or 14 on the year through 4 games. So, you know, just a lot of areas to get better in.
Well, you know, first game in the arena, you got to feel that, you know, they're probably a little bit unfocused, I think.
Yeah, I think that probably, you know, and it felt different, you know. I mean, it just we've practiced in here and done a lot of stuff, played the alumni game, but, you know, it's just different. You know,
let me ask you about that. Do you like it?
Well, it's going to take some getting used to. I mean, you know, I think everybody who's been around Oak Ridge for a while loved that old gym, and, you know, I was definitely one of those guys, hated playing in it, but loved coaching here, and you know, it was a great home court advantage, and I think this place has its advantages, and the more we get used to it, the better home court it'll be. But, you know, tonight was different. It's almost surreal when you're there. You had to pinch yourself a little bit, wondering where, you know, felt like a road game maybe at times, but you know, it's a beautiful place, and our guys did a great job of getting the place ready, and I hope everyone had a good time. But, you know, it's just like anything that's new. It's going to take some time to get used to.
Ricky, Coach Norris, I'm sorry. Let me tell you one thing. The students said they don't like their spot over there. They want to be moved, actually, and they wanted me to tell you that, and I think they're going to tell you that tomorrow. They didn't really have a good vantage point, so that's one complaint that I heard. But they enjoyed the game, I guess, because you won.
Well, let's move them. You know, if they'll come, if we'll get that kind of turnout, and I think we'll get more as the year goes, let's move them. I'm all for it. You know, I don't make that call, but we can talk to the people who do, and we'll try to accommodate those guys.
You got Innsworth coming in here on Friday. Innsworth is a team out of Nashville. Second straight trip in by Innsworth, and they lost one of their better players, a former Oak Ridger, Tavares Jefferson, I believe, but still a very, very good basketball team.
Yeah, they are, and you know, I mean, there's no secret. That's the reason why we scheduled the game, was because of Tavares, but also as a coach, we scheduled them because they're good, and you know, they lost Tavares, but they've got some other good players, and it's going to be a challenge. We need to play better Friday night. We need to play with more energy. We need to play more fundamental, more solid, if we're going to have a chance to win that game, because they'll bring it. They play hard and they compete. They're in your face, man to man, and they get after you. I love the way they play. I think they're extremely well coached. Coach Bowers is one of the best coaches in the state, and you know, it'll be a fun night. Hopefully we'll have a bigger turnout than we did tonight, and get those students. We got Ozone t-shirts to give away, so we'll give a plug for that, and hopefully we can get a lot of people out and have a lot of support on Friday night.
Coach, thanks a lot. Just your final comments on tonight's game.
You know, beat a young team that, like I said earlier, is going to get a lot better. And, you know, Dave, we've got to be careful as coaches and players not to get caught up in the fact that we won the game. We've got to improve and show that. And it's little bitty things. You know, I'm not going to win all of them, but it's little bitty things. And our guys have got to stay hungry. We've got to continue to be willing to accept roles. You know, we've got a lot of guys who can play. So it's just a process. It's, you know, like hammering at that rock, and then finally you break it. And right now we're hammering at that rock, and you know, we just got to keep doing that. And tomorrow and Thursday are huge. You know, we got to have good practices.
Coach, thanks a lot.
All right, David, take care.
Coach Ricky Norris, head coach of the Wildcats. Final score, Oak Ridge beats the Bradley Central Bears for the second consecutive game for the first time since 1998. The Wildcats win it by a final score of 60-32. The girls won 69-54, I believe that says. Brian, you have any final comments?
Yeah, Dave, you know, I just think that for them to come out Friday, they're going to have to bring up the intensity a lot, especially against Innsworth. I haven't really heard much about them, but I suppose they're a real athletic team, really fast, probably got a lot of height and probably a lot of speed. So the Wildcats going to have to come out with the high intensity just to control that ball game.
Brian, I appreciate your work again tonight. 10 ball games, 10 wins for the Wildcats. Our next broadcast of Oak Ridge High School basketball will be this coming Friday when the Wildcats take on Innsworth here at the Wildcat Arena. I'd like to thank our camera personnel for making the broadcast possible. Taylor Lane, Nick Settles, Jake McLaughlin, Michael Singleton, our producer and director tonight, along with our engineers back at the station, Jimmy Bouchard, Nathan Livesey, and of course Mike Sheehan helped us as well. Stay tuned for the Wildcat Roar Review Show, our highlight show coming up next. Until Friday night, this is David Clary saying,
So long, everybody.